What's up, everyone? It's Turnerfan77 from Faces for Radio, and tonight is the return of the Hi-5. This was David's project, 4K Lowdown. Rest in peace, buddy. And he loved this series. He loved talking to other creators, getting their 5 movie picks, and talking about them and scoring them. But we're not doing that because there's a lot of movie watching. I already watch a lot of movies. And so I just asked Tony, aka Basement Blues, to be my first guest because David always wanted Tony to be on the show. So, and I was like, I got to reach out to Tony to get him on for the return of the Hi-5. It's just to honor David. So, Tony, I am glad you are here. So, how you been, bud?
Doing good. I'm very happy to be here and to finally be on the Hi-5. I'm very excited.
Oh, dude, I'm so thankful and for you to take the time out of your night to spend it with me and taking silly questions. Before we get started, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yep. So I am Tony from Basement Blues. I've been on YouTube for about 12 years now. Just recently hit 10,000 subscribers, which I'm excited
Congrats.
about. I'm also doing Instagram, TikTok. Um, Not as much TikTok as Instagram. Yeah, I love collecting movies and I love watching movies.
Oh, that's awesome. As you can see behind him, he's got a library. Library is not even the right word. His room looks like the vault from Indiana Jones, where they keep the Holy Grail and stuff. Before we jump into the questions, I'm going to get through some of these comments here, and I got to go back up. We got Collector Movie Man says, "Hey, Turner fan 77 in basement."
How's it going?
Evening, everyone from Movie Hunter. We got Tiana.
Hey,
How
Tiana.
you doing, Tiana? Tiana's great, isn't she?
Oh, yes, she is.
She's coming on in March. I'm so excited
Oh,
to interview
good.
her. Yeah, she's my next guest. So spoiler alert. And then we got somebody I was just talking about, Corey Wilkie's Movies and Music. How you doing, Corey? Thanks for being here. And then Tony Rich. I'm just gonna power through some of these before.
Hey, pal.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate everyone saying hi to each other. I'm gonna skip some of these. Tiana says, "Yay, Tony, 10K! Congratulations! That is phenomenal, man.
Long time to get there.
But you did it though.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay, Tony. Oh, let me go back and get some. Where did I leave that off? There we go. Sorry, I'm terrible at this, guys. I say that every week. So tell me, before you collected movies, was there anything else that you collected?
Yeah, I used to collect Funko Pops. I collected Funko Pops for a couple of years, and within those couple of years, they just kind of took over the whole basement. It kind of got really crazy, hard to keep up with, difficult to get the ones that I really wanted, and so I finally just gave it up and sold all my collection.
Oh, yeah, because I vaguely. What was your channel name before Basement
It
Blues?
was Toy Collector.
Toy. Okay, I knew it was something before Basement Blues, but I just couldn't remember. I know those Funko Pops get out of hand because I used to collect Funko Pops. I still have a few like in front of my TV, but I only did Spider-Man. I only collected Spider-Man. I thought to myself, that can't be too bad.
Right?
No. And then they just
Yeah.
everywhere. And I was like, I'm done. I
Man,
can't do it no more.
crazy. It's crazy how fast the collection grows.
It does.
Yeah.
How did you keep yours? Did you have them at pop collectors or did you just have them on shelves?
Yeah, they were in pop
Oh,
protectors,
protectors.
and yeah, I had them all categorized. It was a lot of work. Um,
I bet. Now, did
Very
you have them
thankful,
just like your movies
thankful to be
back there?
done with it. I actually got rid of them back in, I guess, around 2020.
Oh, wow.
Right during the pandemic time, I believe, maybe right before it, I was able to get rid of all mine. There was one company that bought all my Funko Pops from me,
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
I was able to recover all my money that I had put into it. I got $7,500 for the collection.
That's awesome. Probably went all the movies, right?
Right, exactly.
All right, guys, before we hop into the new version of Hi-5 is I'm just going to ask you 5 questions about movies and movie watching, movie collecting. So if you guys have any questions for Tony, um, throw them in the comment section, please. We got, what do we got here? Wait, this is Basement Blues. I thought it was. I'm gonna power through these again before we get to the 5 questions. Tom Cruise is here, man.
Yeah,
We got a
Tom Cruise
celebrity.
likes to follow me around.
Yeah, and he's trying to recruit you to Scientology, man. That's what he's trying to
Exactly, yes.
do. And I'm a Tom Cruise fan. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, Tony. So, my first question has to do with organizations
Mm,
because as you can see behind you, you have a shit ton of movies.
yes,
How do you organize your movie collection?
so for the majority, everything's in alphabetical order, but I do keep everything separated. So along this long wall, it's just all of my movies, just regular slipcover movies from A to Z. Up along the back side, there are some special slipcovers. So there's my Academy Award gold slips, my Universal 100. Those are all in alphabetical order. Along this whole back wall, these are all still books. Those are all in alphabetical order. I do have my Disney still books up here to my right. Those are the most expensive ones. They're kind of kept up high, and then everything else is just alphabetical order. And then I have a separate room next to me. That's where all the TV shows are. Um, this center row, I've got my Second Sight. I've got all my Criterion. On the other side of that, it's on my Arrow. So they're just all mixed by boutique labels, but everything's in alphabetical order. Really easy for me to locate items.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, no, I didn't realize you bought TV shows too.
Oh yes.
Um,
That's where I really started collecting was the TV shows.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Like on an average, how many TV shows do you have?
Oh my goodness. Over 100.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot. That's
It's
that's
a lot.
awesome. Have you ever done? Because I don't remember um, seeing a video. Have you ever done like a tour of your room? Like,
Yeah, I did a basement tour back in January 2024.
I'm
Haven't
gonna have
done
to go
one
look at that.
since. But yeah, it kind of goes over how I collect and how I organize. I've never really done one where I actually show every single title. I know that you've done videos where you start from A to whatever
Mm-hmm.
and you do a complete, but I've never really done a complete video of every single title. It seems very overwhelming.
Yeah, you
Overwhelming for
you
me.
would be doing it for probably for a decade.
Yeah,
Let's just be honest.
I'd be depressed. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, now I see you have movie posters too. Now,
Mhm.
can you tell us your little? How many movie posters do you think you have?
How many movie posters?
Yeah.
As far as the big Marvel and the Disney posters, I've got about 30. Um, back when the Disney movie, back during the early days of Disney movie rewards, you could earn points by purchasing, putting in the
Mm-hmm.
code, and they would always have really nice theater double-sided posters, and that's what I would use my points for. So that I've got over 100 Scream Factory posters that are stored away. So I've got so many posters. I don't have enough wall space for all the
Do you
posters.
alternate them every so often?
Yeah, these over here I do. I alternate those. As you can see, I got some in the back of the room also.
Oh yeah.
But most of these are all Marvel and Disney type posters.
Oh, that's pretty
And
cool.
if you go look at my older videos from like 10 years ago, you can see some of the older Disney posters I used to have hung up.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to go to Basement Blues channel and look at some of. He's got some phenomenal stuff. I'm gonna. Thanks for answering that first question. That was a
Yeah.
good answer. Let's see here. Let's see if we got any. Tony, we got Corey. Question for Tony. Or Corey's got Tony. Do you have a favorite collector
Hmm.
popcorn bucket that you have picked up?
I don't know. The one that I got today is pretty cool. I got
Oh, I saw that. Show everybody.
Talking about really detailed. This one is a really nice detailed popcorn bucket for the monkey,
I
and
like it.
the arms come down. It's you can just kind of pose it however you want to do it, but this is a really nice one. Popcorn buckets have gotten really fancy lately. This
Hmm.
popcorn bucket was over $40.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, was that expensive? To me, that's expensive.
Yes,
For
and it's very heavy, very durable. They were going to try to put the popcorn in that little bitty drum. I said no. I said I don't want I don't want any popcorn in this. Um, you're
the
supposed to.
collector in you.
Yeah, exactly. I want it nice and neat.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you go to the movies and you buy a popcorn and a drink, you're going to spend 20 something dollars.
yeah,
So a $40 popcorn bucket seemed pretty fair.
yeah. And Holland says it has to be the Doom. Do you have the Doom bucket?
No, I do not have the Doom bucket.
I think everybody wanted a Doom bucket. We got Our Life in
Hey,
Horror. Hey
how's it
guys,
going?
thank you for being here. Everybody saying hi. And Corey says the monkey. Nice.
Yeah,
That is a pretty. When you posted it, I was like, I didn't know they'd made a bucket for that, and that was
right,
pretty
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Did you get the Gladiator one?
I did not. No.
I didn't know if you got
So
that one.
I'm really particular about which ones I get. I got the one for Ghostbusters. This is another really nice one. So if it's a really nice display piece, then I usually
Oh,
get it. This one actually
that's pretty
lights up
cool.
and makes noise. But so if it's a nice one, I usually pick them up.
What about the Deadpool and Wolverine one? Did you get that?
Yeah, I got two different ones for Deadpool Wolverine. But I really want to slow down on the popcorn buckets. I don't really have the space to display them all.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Uh, okay. What we got? I'm gonna go one more comment just in case it's a question. They're just saying hi. Okay. The next question I have for you is about limited editions and variant copies. What is your approach to limited editions or variant copies like steel books, multiple slips, digibooks? How do you go about deciding on which ones to get?
Yeah. So typically I buy all the steel books. So if there's a steelbook release, I usually try to get that. If the steelbook release artwork is different than the regular slipcover edition, then I'll buy the slipcover edition also. So as long as the artwork's different, I'll buy both. So I'll buy the steelbook, I'll buy the slipcover. If the slipcover on the 4K is different than the Blu-ray, then I'll buy both the Blu-ray and the 4K and the steelbook.
Oh,
Um, Sometimes they recently we've been getting a few digibooks, very rarely, but we do get some. If the artwork's different on that, then I'll get the digibook also. It really just depends on the releases. A lot of times back in the day, they would release a lot of DC films with different variants. I'll get those. Um, but I think they pretty much kind of slowed down with the different variant slipcovers, which is kind of nice.
yeah, saves money. Now, did you
Money
get
will take
both
space.
the seven steelbook and the digibook?
I did, yes.
I was curious about that
Yeah.
because they're kind of similar, right?
They are very similar, but it's a really special release, and so
Yeah.
I got both.
Have you watched it yet in 4K?
I have not. No.
Me neither. I just wondered if you what you thought of the transfer.
Yeah.
Um, so what other multiple like special editions or variant do you have? Like I don't know what I call them, statue sets. Like I know The Walking Dead used to do those.
Oh yes, mhm.
Do you collect those too?
I do. Yeah, I have all the Walking Dead statues. Um, back way back when they used to do some really nice TV show type releases. So I've got a
Hmm.
few of those. I've got some really old display pieces that were released, which I'll show a couple of those here in a little while.
Oh, awesome! I'm
Yeah.
excited to see. It's like Christmas. Um, well, thank you for answering that. We got some more comments. Let's see. We got Nate here. He is a pretty cool guy. Busts my balls all the time.
Yep, he was early. He was early to the live stream yesterday.
He, he was. If it wasn't for him, I would have never known. So thank you, Nate, for Everybody saying hi to Nate. And we got Movie Hunter. It's got a comment here. Every poster I see, I say, that's wall space for 220 more titles.
Yeah.
LOL. Yep. I don't hang posters up. You're right. You are very right. Okay. We're gonna go on to question number 3. And it's kind of similar with special editions, but we're talking about grails. Like any
Mm.
movie can be a holy grail to somebody. If it's their favorite movie and they don't have it and they're just looking for it really bad. So my question for you, what is your holiest grail in your
Mhm.
collection?
So I think my favorite piece in the collection is this predator head.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And the mask comes off,
Oh,
and it's got the predator 3D. They did a 3D version of Predator, which is on the inside. But this is probably my favorite piece in the collection.
that I'm blown away. I've never seen that before.
Yep, it's very detailed.
Yeah, it
I like to
is.
get it out every once in a while just to show people. But
Do you just have that sitting on the shelf somewhere? Or?
I do in the other room. That's where all the display pieces are. I've got a T2 endoskull that lights the eyes light up. It makes noise.
That's pretty cool.
I've got I've got a couple of Planet of the Apes things like this. I've got Caesar with the 3 original um, Planet of the Apes films, and I've got the one from the 70s, the Planet of the Apes, with the fur and everything.
I
It's
think I've seen that one before.
yeah.
No. You mean to tell me your wife wouldn't let you put that like a centerpiece on your kitchen
Oh
table or like on
no, all
your
my
end
stuff.
tables in your living room?
Actually, all my stuff. I don't have a single thing upstairs. Everything's down here in the basement. I wouldn't put the family through having stuff upstairs. Even though there's a lot of space upstairs, but I've never encroached upon the upstairs with my collection.
That's awesome. That's good self control. That it
Right,
really is. That is
self
really good self
control.
control.
Self control. Look at this. There is no self control.
That is true. That is true. Tony, do you collect any series sets? I've always wished I grabbed the Dexter boxes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I never did get the Dexter box set. I wished I would have. They did 2 different things for Dexter. They did the box set that looks has like the little blood sample thing, and they did something else. I can't remember what it was.
it was a head, it's
Yeah,
like
the
the head's
head. Oh
fun.
man, that head. Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got, yeah, those are both cool sets. We got Holland saying, "Hey Nate," and actually Nate's coming on in April. He's be my
Oh
third
wow.
guest. Yeah, I'm gonna bust his balls. Yep, the blood slice set is
Yes, that is
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, so back when those came out, so a lot of my collecting didn't really happen. I've always collected, but as far as my expensive collecting didn't happen until after my kids were grown, because when you're raising a family, money's really tight. So I didn't really have the money back in those days to actually buy real expensive sets. So I missed out on a lot of things. But once I started getting some of these other really nice sets, the kids were already grown and out of school.
yeah, totally understand that, man. Kids are expensive,
Yes.
especially when you have more than one.
Right.
Movie Hunter says, "Send that Predator my
Right.
way, Tony. Just sent you my address."
Yep. Yep.
Okay, we've got another question coming up here from Holland. Tony, what about mugs? Do you have any movie related ones you use?
Actually, I don't really use any kind of mugs. I don't drink. I guess I'm thinking coffee mugs or something. I don't really
Yeah, that's
drink
what I thought.
coffee or anything. I do. We used to collect like the McDonald's glasses. So we had like the Flintstones. The Flintstones had this little crystal coffee mug type set that they did, and we've got some cartoon character type glasses that McDonald's used to do.
Smurfs.
Smurfs, some Star Wars glasses, some Disney glasses. So yeah, we do have some different glass sets that are
Oh, that's
upstairs.
awesome. I remember those. We're old enough to know
Right,
remember those. And we got my buddy Prince is up in here. How you doing?
Prince.
Glad you're here tonight.
Yeah, Prince called me grandpa one time. Yeah. Now he's nice and just calls me uncle.
That's funny. Yeah, Prince is a great supporter of the channel.
Yeah,
Always has.
he's a supporter of everybody's channel.
Yeah, such a nice guy. Let me go back to banners here. I gotta take that off here. Again,
That's okay. You
I'm
do
trying.
everything from the phone, I guess.
Yeah, my iPad. Yeah,
iPad.
yeah. Okay, now you showed a grail. Okay,
Mhm.
next question has to do with value.
Right.
What do you think? Let me put that up there. Is the most valuable item in your collection?
So that was a tough one. It kind of had, a lot of things you think are valuable because you enjoy it or you're happy to have it, just like the Predator head. But I actually looked some things up on eBay just to see what some things were going for, and I knew that I had some titles in the collection that are out of print and hard to come by. But this box set for the Clone Wars
Oh
season one
wow!
through five, this sells for about $450
Ooh,
on eBay. But I love Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars. My brother's a big Star Wars collector. Um, and so a lot of the Star Wars stuff I still have sealed up.
I was gonna say that's still sealed.
Yeah. So that's one that sells for like $450. I also have some other titles that are out of print. I've got Free Willy. It
Oh
sells
wow!
for a lot. I've got three slipcovers for Disney they're called the Royal Wedding slipcovers, and they were put out when Prince William got married. I think they had special slipcovers made for Beauty and the Beast, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and the Princess and the Frog. Those were very rare and hard to get. I've got three of those. I think there were five total, but I think I only got three in the collection. Those go for a lot of money, also.
I've never heard of those. That's
I can
crazy.
I can go pull some off and show
Yeah,
you.
pull it. Show everybody because
Yeah,
I have never seen those. Man, look at this. That's just a collection, man. It's like a library, like a legit library or a store. Let's see, he knew exactly where they were too. Look. While he's doing that, I'm gonna go through the comments here. Prince says you don't have to remind me of the grandpa thing. And Corey says we have a bunch of this series of the Clone Wars. My son loved those when he was younger, and I didn't mind watching. You know what? I have to admit, I've never seen the Clone Wars. I like Star Wars, but I had never got to watching the Clone Wars. Tony would be movie hunter says Tony would be amazed if he priced
mm,
out his steel books. Some of those older rare titles are selling like 300 plus.
yeah. I do have some older Disney steelbooks, but these right here are the Royal Wedding slipcovers.
Oh, I do remember seeing those now. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep. So those are some of the rarest ones I have.
And I'm gonna say it right now. You're the reason why I started bagging my slip covers.
Yeah.
Because I used to hate when I would like pull them off the shelf. They'd be like dusty or the
Yeah.
corners would be matte. And then I remember sending you, I think I sent you a message on Instagram. And I was like, what do you use to um, put your bags in? Then you sent me a link and then it was all
Yeah.
downhill from there. So yeah, I put my slip covers in a bag. Do you just put the regular Blu-rays in bags too? Or,
No, if it's just a regular Blu-ray without a slip, I don't. So
okay,
actually,
neither do I.
the Blu-rays that don't come with the slip cover, they are in boxes in a closet.
Oh,
Got
really?
very very organized, but they're in boxes um, because I just don't have enough space on the shelf. So what I put on the shelf have slip covers. If they don't have a slip, then they're in a box in the closet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of a smart idea. And Prince says, you don't mind subtitles at all, Uncle, regarding foreign films?
No, I don't mind subtitles. I mean, I prefer being able to listen. There's a lot of movies recently that I've been watching that I just use the subtitles because a lot of times it's really hard to hear some movies. So I use subtitles for those. Or if there's a really heavy accent, then I'll use subtitles also.
I know I if I'm watching a foreign film, I don't want it dubbed in English. I want it.
Oh
I
yeah,
want it fully subtitled because you can't get the
yeah. It's weird.
emotions, and so I
Hmm.
always want the subtitles.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, let's get that one off of there. I want to go up to. Okay, next question we got is about genres, and I
Mm,
would like to know what is your favorite genre to collect and why.
yeah. So that was another tough one. I like all kinds of genres. I do like horror. I like sci-fi. But I think as far as my favorite, I'm going to say probably family type films like Disney films, films that I grew up watching, just because you don't really get to see those as much. So I'm thinking of the older films, like the older Disney classics. Those kind of films is what I really like. To me, they hold a special place in my heart. If I watch them, they make me feel good. So that's what I really like to enjoy watching. But I do like all kinds of films.
Okay, now
I collect them all.
obviously,
Right, right.
um, I have a question for you though, regarding the '80s, because there's one movie that I wish I would have ordered when they originally put up pre-order years and years ago, and I want to know if you have this movie.
Hmm.
I think it's from '81, '82, and that is The Legend of the Lone Ranger.
The Legend of the Lone
I
Ranger.
think it's The Legend of the Lone Ranger, or it's just called The Lone Ranger. Um,
I don't know. I'd have to check and see. I do have some Lone Ranger movies, but I'm not exactly sure.
I want to say it's from like '80, maybe '82. Anybody in the chat know if
Oh yeah, I
when?
do have it from 1981.
Okay, it was close. Oh, I
Yeah.
wish I would have got that when that was pre, because I think it's out of print now. Um, but that was
Actually,
one of.
Shout Factory released it, and it's available on Amazon for $15.15.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. It's right there on the website.
Oh, guess what I'm doing on payday?
Right,
I'm ordering that because I
fifteen
just
dollars
watched.
15 cents.
Oh wow, I just watched the Army Hammer Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it's
That's okay.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
it's
like
not the
it.
Lone Ranger, man.
No.
I remember loving that show when I was a kid, and then I
Hmm.
vaguely remember loving it when I was a little boy, seeing that movie and he's in the White Horse. I don't know. That's one movie I want. To me, that would be a grail in my
Oh yeah, that
collection.
would be nice.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's get another. We got Prince has got a question. What's a popular movie you don't enjoy watching?
Yeah. I know a lot of people loved that Everything Everywhere All at Once. I hated that movie. I did
Oh,
not like it.
really?
Yeah, there's a lot of films that people love that I just never could get into. Um,
Really? I would
yeah.
have never guessed that. One for me is Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
Everybody,
you don't like it?
it's okay. I don't hold it like a high regard. I own it. I don't even think I've watched it since I bought it. I
Oh,
bought it, the
really?
steelbook, I think from Walmart, like years and years ago. It's just gray and it has a little picture right across the
Hmm.
front of it, and that's the only version I had. And he says, "What? Shocking."
I don't know what it was about the movie. I just didn't like it.
It is long. It is. It is a long movie. It's almost 3 hours, right? Something like that.
Yeah, but I don't mind a long movie if it's good.
Yeah. Did you? I guess so. You didn't get the A24. That. Do you ever
I did.
order it?
Oh,
You
I did.
did get that?
Oh yeah, I got every version that they had available. I bought. Walmart had an exclusive slipcover
Mhm.
edition. I got the A24 edition. I think I got a. I forgot what else I got. I think I've got 3 copies of that movie in the collection. I've
I
only
keep.
watched it once, and actually, when I watched it, I had COVID, so that may have affected me not really enjoying it because I wasn't really feeling well when I watched it. So I do need to rewatch it, I guess.
That happens to me. Like it happened to me in 2024 a lot, where I originally watched a movie and I didn't like it on the first watch, but then I watched it again. I was like, I actually like it now. It was just I don't know. It's the frame of mind you're in and the
Right.
mood. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's happened to me a couple times. Tony has one or two googly eyes editions.
Yes, yes. I bought some googly eyes from Walmart and stuck them on the slipcover. So it's a one of a kind. Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen people. Yeah, I've seen people do that. That's kind of cool. I wouldn't do that, but that's just me.
right,
That's just a comic book collector to me. I don't want any. I want my
right, exactly,
flips.
pristine.
Rich, massive thank you for noticing my questions. Haha, hope you don't mind. No, I said at the beginning of the show. I don't know when you popped in that if you had questions for Tony, just shoot them and put them in the chat. So thank you. Now we got one last question left. And if you were stranded
Mm.
on an island that had electricity and all the movie snacks you could choose with a high end OLED TV and the best 4K Blu ray player, this is a weird island, okay? Might be like Lost in the bunker. You don't know.
Right, right.
Oh, wait, do you have that Lost really cool box that they put out?
I don't. I had it in the collection back when it first came out, and I sold it and went for the individual releases.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's one series I want them to put on 4K. I would buy that in a
Oh
heartbeat.
man, I love that series. Me and my whole family watched it.
Oh yeah, I love that series. I know some people don't like it, but for me, I
Oh,
loved it.
we loved it.
Yeah, because I think that would look beautiful on 4K if they restored it, cleaned it up.
Yeah,
Because
I
the
love the
Blu-rays look really
characters,
good.
the story.
Uh, so on this island, you can take 5 movies with you. What would those 5 movies be?
So I picked 5 movies from kind of different genres, just so that I would have a variety of films to watch.
Okay.
So my first one I picked was The Shining. I love this movie. There's a lot of horror movies that are really good, but to me, I think I could rewatch The Shining more than any of the other ones. I enjoy the characters, I enjoy the story, just a really creepy feeling about it. So I chose that. For a family film, I chose The Lion King. We watched The Lion King with my kids were born in 92 and 95. And so when The Lion King came out, that's the movie that they watched over and over and over and over again. And so it's a real favorite of ours. One that I grew up with that I love, Star Wars, is The Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite film of all time. And so I could watch that over and over again. I love it.
How many
Um,
copies of that do you have?
of The Empire Strikes
Empire.
Back, I've got one, two, three, four, six copies, probably.
Awesome. I was just curious.
Um, A Perfect World is my favorite Clint Eastwood film. Have you ever seen this one?
No, I have
Oh my
not.
goodness, this movie is amazing. I love it. It's got a
Hold
really
on.
good story. Kevin Costner's in it. Um, just an excellent film. If you've never seen A Perfect World, check it out.
I'm adding that to my list right now. Hold on here.
Okay.
Uh, what's a perfect world?
A Perfect World, yeah.
Perfect world. Okay, done.
And then another favorite of mine is Copland. I love this film. Sylvester Stallone. Have you ever seen this?
Yeah, I've
Oh
seen that.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
great movie.
So those would be my 5 that I could watch over and over and over again.
Good, great picks. I've only seen, not seen one of them. So, and that is A Perfect World, which I got on my list. I am going to try to hunt that down and watch it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for asking those questions. I really appreciate it. Let's see what uh, chat has to. Oh, Evan is here. My buddy Evan. Show off that Disney Treasures Donald
I
Duck Volume
should.
4 set, Tony. That
Yeah, I
is
was
still
gonna.
my
Yeah, I
holy
love
grail.
the Disney Treasures. Is probably my favorite. All of those together is probably my favorite thing in the whole collection. Um, those I actually purchased each time they came out. They had the nice little tin, which
Hmm.
I've got all the tins wrapped up and put in a box, and they're stored away. So I just display the cases. But I do have all my Disney treasures up on the very top back shelf to where nobody can get to them if someone was to break in. If someone was to break into my basement, I would want them to hopefully
How
not.
would you not say that on?
I don't want them to take too much, but I hope hopefully I've got things put in a way that either if the water heater goes out and water gets flooded in the basement, um, all my I don't know if you've noticed, but all my shelves are off the floor. They're kind of raised.
I never noticed that.
So if there's water, nothing should really get harmed too badly. And all my good stuff's at the top to where people will have a hard time reaching it because all the shelves are up to the ceiling, if you can tell.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I love the Disney treasures. Those are probably my favorite.
that's some really planning right there, man. You thought of everything.
Yeah.
Evan
I also
says,
thought about. Oh, I'm sorry.
"No, go
So,
ahead."
so the garage is right behind this wall. We have a two-car garage. So one car fits on this side, the other car fits on the other side, the other room that's just like this room. And I always think when my wife pulls into the garage, if she was to ever drive through, unfortunately, if she used to drive through the drywall. So the things I got on that wall are not as important as the things I have that I trust on my side of the wall because I'm a good driver.
So you're
But
saying she's
I
not?
do think about that. And there's been times when my wife's come home and she's so tired because she works two jobs. So when she comes home, sometimes she doesn't get home till like 11:30 or 12 at night. And there's times where she forgets to lower the garage door. So the basement's wide open all night long for anybody to come and go as they please.
Oh shit!
So yeah, it always kind of makes me nervous.
Yeah, that would make me nervous too. Um, but what the underlying saying, what you're saying is that your wife doesn't drive very well. If
She
you're
drives.
worried,
She does. She drives very well. I'm just thinking about her being really tired when she gets home.
good cover up. Good cover up.
Yeah.
And Evan says Shining is depressing to watch on an island you're stuck on. I don't know if that is a
Oh
good
yeah.
choice. It might lead to you down a road you don't want.
Yeah, but I've got some really happy movies too, though.
He does. He's got the Lion King, man.
Yeah, Akuna
What is
Matata.
Uncle Tony's favorite go to feel good movie, like a serotonin boost?
Hmm. Do you know they're really hard? It's really hard to find a good feel good movie lately.
Hmm.
Um, I would say some of the Disney stuff. I really still have a lot of fond Disney memories growing up. Stuff like The Rescuers, The Lion King with my kids, Toy Story, those kind of things. Um, yeah, something from my childhood probably would be the most joyful.
Okay. Perfect World has mustard sandwich in it. I loved it because as a kid, it's all I ate.
Yeah, mustard.
Just mustard sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird. That's totally weird. Um, RC's movies. Hello and thanks, Stacy. What are your favorite movies that are on or about a boat?
Favorite movies on or about a boat. I enjoy Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. That's a good one.
Hmm.
The Titanic. I rewatched it recently. It's a good movie, but it's not my favorite. Um, Jaws. I love Jaws.
There you
That's a
go.
great one.
Yeah.
I don't know what are some that you can think of, Rich.
You took my favorite one, Jaws. What's that one? I just watched it not too long ago. It's about a haunted. Is it Ghost Ship?
Oh,
Uh,
Ghost Ship. That's
yeah, I
good.
did like that one. I
Yeah,
like that one.
that opening scene for Ghost Ship was pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I said, A Perfect World, Freaks. Oh, okay, his five. I need another recommendation for the Tony Movie Week.
Mm. So the Beguiled. I'm wondering if he's talking about the original with Clint Eastwood, or if he's talking about the one with Nicole Kidman.
I've never seen either one of them.
I've really enjoyed the one with Nicole Kidman.
Oh, wow. Let's see. What we got another. We got. Oh, hold on. You got to hit it twice. Would you trade Tommy Lee Jones and Batman Forever for Ron Silver and Time Cop?
I don't know. I think they're both perfect where they are.
Yeah, I agree with you on Tony. With that one on Tony. I wouldn't trade. No, I would leave. And Prince says The Crow or Blade.
I would go with the Crow,
Oh,
the
great.
original, the original.
I like how you put emphasis on that. Who would you cast as the next Professor Plum? Because they are doing a remake of Clue eventually.
Are they really?
Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds' company's doing it.
Really? So I last year I watched Clue for the first time since I saw it in the theater when it first came out,
Oh,
and I
wow.
was really let down. It did not hold up for me like thought I remembered it being. Um, yeah, I don't know who I would cast Professor Plum. Maybe maybe Jim Carrey.
Yeah, you lost me there. I would go um, Jason Bateman because I cast him in anything.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, we got Laughy Face. What was your first ever purchase when you started collecting movies on physical?
I remember my first one. So back in 1986, me and my brother bought our first VCR. So I have an identical twin brother. So we always put our money together and bought expensive things. And a VCR back in 1986 was really expensive. I want to say it was like 400 something dollars. And then to buy the VHS tape was like 35, $40. And we bought Footloose on VHS.
Oh wow! Um, I remember my. I'm not going to count because I don't remember my first uh, VHS, but my first DVD I remember buying on my own was Deep Blue Sea. Right when DVDs first came out.
Yeah. I remember my first Blu-ray that I ever bought was Twister when it came
Oh,
out.
mine was Zombieland.
Or
Um,
wasn't it?
yeah, you call Wes Anderson. He says no. Then you go 100 times higher than his pay rate. Now he says yes. Now he will make hungry, hungry hippos. Who do you want in that? Whew.
Hmm. Oh, that's a question.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I can picture maybe The Rock being in that movie.
yeah. I was
Um,
thinking the cast of um, the Jumanji movies because
yeah,
that just fits that whole.
right, exactly. That's what I'm thinking
Yeah,
of too.
yeah. Just port them over.
Right?
Yeah. Cast of Jeremy Strong as Dustin, as the Dustin Hoffman role for a new Sphere movie or a series. Oh, Jeremy Strong's a great actor, so I think he could play just about anything. What do you say?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what a new Sphere movie is.
Yeah. Isn't the Sphere movie the one with um, Sharon Stone? Wasn't she in that?
I don't know.
I thought it'd take place like in the water or something. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. Ha ha! We would eat mustard and cheese. Oh.
Mm.
I like mustard, but not
Corey
this.
was rich. They could afford the cheese.
Chris says, "What's a movie that you still refuse to watch to this day?"
Mm. I don't know that there's any movie that I've refused to watch. I don't like, honestly, I don't like dirty movies, so I kind of avoid anything that's really adult themed, if
Do you own
possible.
50 Shades of Grey?
Actually, I do own it, but I've never watched it. And the reason why I own it is because it is a series of slipcovers that they did one year for like during
I remember
Valentine's
those.
Day.
I
They
do
were
remember those.
black and silver, and they were either silver and black. They did Sea of Love. They did 50 Shades of Grey, and some other. I can't remember what they were, but anyway, there's like five in that series.
Yeah, I own 50 Shades, the first one, because it had that steel book. 'Cause at the time, I was buying all the steel books Best Buy put out.
Hmm.
Um, and the movie I would say I refuse to watch would probably be like Grease. Um,
You don't like Grease?
no.
Really? I like Grease because I grew up watching that.
No, I take that back. I would watch Grease before I would like Ace Ventura or Dumb and Dumber. I'm not a Jim
Me-
Carrey guy.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those. And here we go with Evan. Rich, you have no right to call it weird. Mustard and white bread, it's amazing. Oh, we got Sarah up in here.
Hey, Sarah. How's it going, Sarah?
How you doing? Eat pizza with Cobra with scissors or a mustard only hot dog with Dirty Harry?
Hmm. I like hot dogs and I like pizza, so that'd be a tough one.
I know, but I think I like clean or um, Sylvester Stallone more, so I'm gonna go with Cobra.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah. She says she misses everyone. Who should be Carmen Sandiego?
Mm, I can picture maybe Kristen Wiig.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I can see her being a good character actress. Maybe she could do that.
Yeah. I'd have to think about that one. Uh, Said she got her Crow Steelbook. Awesome.
Yeah, very good. I think she
Um,
went to Walmart recently and got a bunch of new stuff.
oh, awesome. Glad you had luck. The Crow Baby. Okay. Start Rodney Dangerfield biopic when he's young. Brendan Fraser as him when he's starting to leave his job to do comedy again. Call it I Get No Respect. Ha- who have you who do you have directed?
Mhm. Mm, yeah, I do not know.
Yeah, I am going to go with the person that who did the Elvis biopic.
I don't remember.
That guy who did the
Have
Elvis.
that guy do it.
Yeah,
Do you? I wonder how many people would actually watch a Rodney Dangerfield biopic.
I would.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just thinking about this generation. I
They
don't
don't know
know
who
if
he
that
is. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's a good question. I realized I was a collector when this is Evan when I made my dad buy two copies of Jurassic Park on VHS, one for family collection and
Mhm.
one for me. No one touched his copy.
Yeah. So Evan's got a good point there. You know, when the Disney VHS clamshell tapes were being released, back in the early '90s, we would always buy one to keep sealed up, and then one for the kids to open up and watch.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah says, I used to play Hungry Hungry Hippo.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I remember playing that. Okay, Prince says Neo, John Wick, or Constantine. Who would win in a three-way fight between them?
Mm. Out of those three, I do like John Wick the most. Um, so I would go with John Wick,
I would go with Constantine because he just uses magic.
right?
That's what I pick. Movie Hunter says Human Centipede is one movie I
Mm.
won't watch. Nope, never. I've never seen it.
I have never seen it either. It seems very disgusting.
Yeah, that's not made for me. You are making a dirty cop squad. You are captain. Who you hire for your four favorite dirty cops in movie history?
Hmm.
This one's a thinker.
Four favorite dirty cops. So I don't know. That is one that you have to really think about.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember. I can't remember their names. I can remember the movie, but I can't remember the name of the cops.
Yeah, that one's a hard one, but it's a good question. We appreciate it, Corey. Ha, movie hunter. I'm staying away from that as well.
Human Centipede.
Yeah, Hunter. I'm with you. Never. I'm hanging. Holland says human centipede is a much. Oh, no way. That's basically ass to mouth. Holland. God. Don't listen to him, Corey. John Taylor says, good evening. Thank you for being here,
Hey
man.
Jeff.
Really, really appreciate it. Let's see here. We'll burn through these. Tomorrow is my grandma's 3 year. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a tough day.
Everybody saying, hey, Jeff. I have seen two of the movies I have seen 2 of the movies and I highly recommend them.
He's seen which two of the Human Centipede movies did he see?
Yeah. Okay. Is Baz Luhrmann? Is that who you're saying? Or is Baz Luhrmann the one that directed that?
Maybe.
I think. Oh, I passed this all up. I rated The New Crow 5 stars, Uncle. I am not a critic
Goodness.
at all. Rodney Dangerfield. He got no respect.
He got a
Okay.
he got a movie, Rover Dangerfield.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You're building a house of movies instead of bricks and mortar. What movie franchise do you make the main pillars with? It's the foundation of your
Uh,
movie house. What is the one movie you use as the pillars of your movie house?
I would say maybe the Rocky franchise.
Oh, I was gonna go with Star Wars.
Oh, that would be even better.
Yeah. I got Kill Bill Volume 1. Awesome. Great pickups.
Yep, she got 5 movies.
Yeah, she did. You would have to buy those Disney movies fast back in the day before they would.
Yes, you sure
Yeah.
would.
The damn vault. Oh, we're going to pull the movies out of the vault. Slap a new slip cover
Yeah.
on it. And we all bought it too. Okay. Jim Carrey says no. Adam Sandler becomes Ace Ventura. Is that okay? No,
No,
because I'm not a fan of either one of them. And I still wouldn't watch.
I don't like it when they recast characters either.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Sarah, here's. Well, okay, from the game, it went my mom and I, my brother and Jerry, dad, my mom. Be awesome. You're 42.
Yep, Sarah had a
Awesome.
birthday last month.
Awesome. Happy late birthday. Good decision on not buying Tarot. Yeah, that movie was terrible.
That was terrible.
Terrible. That was.
I saw that one in the theater. That was horrible.
Yeah, I actually David picked that for us to watch one by the. Oh, I was like, David, what are you doing? An honor to talk and interact with Rich and Tony. Oh, thanks, man. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, you turned into a great supporter. So I really appreciate you. Um, I'm missing. I can imagine losing the people you love is hard, man.
Yeah,
I hired Denzel Training Day to lead the Dirty Cops. Oh, that's a good.
that
That's
would
a
be a
good
good
one.
choice. That was
Yeah,
a pretty dirty cop.
yeah. Man. You build the house with movies, not bricks. Did we ever do that one? I think
Hmm.
we did. Did I miss? I must have. Yeah. Did you play any video games, Uncle? If so, what was your video game
Yeah.
nostalgia?
So when I remember the first house we moved into when my oldest son was born, that was back in '92. That was when the Super Nintendo was really big, and I remember Brandon being in his little walker thing, strolling around the house while I was playing Super Mario World. That was my favorite Super Mario World.
Yeah. I remember me and my stepsister played that a lot. And she wants to know how I'm doing okay. I miss David every single day. I ain't gonna lie, I still go through my texts with him and just laugh at the way we busted each other's balls. So yeah, I miss him every day. Um, then we got what movie do you and him like more, Eraser or Sudden Death?
I've only seen both of those once, um, and I remember Eraser more than I remember Sudden Death.
Yeah, I like Eraser more than I like Arnold Schwarzenegger more than I do Van Damme. So I'm gonna go with Eraser. She says, Tony, it's this month. They give you wings that work and you can fly, but you have to watch your least favorite movies as you fly. It will be safe, but you have to watch them as you fly. Would you take the wings and fly?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
would-
pass.
Huh?
I'm gonna pass. I ain't taking the wings. If I have
You,
to watch 4 crappy movies,
I don't know. I kind of want to fly.
I watch enough crappy movies. So, well, okay.
So I guess I'll be flying around watching everything everywhere all at once.
You have to watch all three copies. Um,
Right?
put Matt Dillon in the villain role in SWAT. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Um, that's it. That's the end of the questions in the chat. Um, Tony, thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for
It
having
was,
me.
it's an honor to have you. And thank you again for reaching out back in the day. I have to give you praise because there's not very many people like you out there. Just super super duper kind to help me out. And Tony, again, tell them where we can find you.
Yep. So you can find me here on YouTube, Basement Blues, on Instagram under Basement Blues, TikTok, Basement Blues, and that's pretty much the. And also I do Letterbox, so I do watch a movie every single day.
Oh yeah.
And as of January 1st, I started doing little reviews of everything I watch. So all of my Letterbox reviews are up since January 1st. Yeah, so each month I'll go over what I've watched for the month. So I do that every month, and then also do collection updates and videos on my channel. So yeah, but thanks very much. This was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Okay, quick question: how many movies you watched this year so far?
Oh goodness, so what are we? February. I've watched at least one every single day. There's been days where I've watched two, so
I love to hear
31.
that.
It's about 60 something.
That's awesome. I love to hear
I
that.
know you probably got like 160 something watched.
No, no, don't throw me under the bus. No, I'm about 120 because we said off camera. My kid's in school, so I watch about three movies. I can get about three movies in while he's in school. So,
That's
and then
amazing.
when he goes to bed, I can maybe squeeze in two more. So yeah, I'm a
So,
loser.
so as far as you watching movies, how do you, where all these movies come from?
Okay, so I started back in 2023. I decided to um, watch all my movies that I have in my collection. Start because mine are in alphabetical order too. I just
Mhm.
started with the zeros first, and then I just worked my way, or the numbers. I said zeros. I
Right,
meant the
right, right.
numbers and worked my way. And as of right now, I am in my L section of my collection.
Wow.
Um, so it's been about 2 years, and so and then I watch all the new movies I can that hit streaming, so I can
Hmm.
do it for by the numbers and movie theater, streaming. There's really not that many new movies that come to physical media because we've already seen them by the time they hit physical media. So that's where I get my movie watching in. So
So do you create stacks of movies that you never want to see again that you can just get rid of?
I have this thing of letting go of movies. Like I
Yeah.
have a movie that I absolutely hate it. I
Hmm.
Feel Pretty with Amy Schumer. And
Mm.
I think that's her name. I hate that movie, but will I get rid of it in my collection? I can't bring myself to do it.
Really?
Yeah. The only movies that I've ever gotten rid of in my collections are because I downsized
Hmm.
my collection. My son-in-law is a big movie collector too, which I love. uh, so all my doubles, when I upgraded to 4K, I'll give him all my Blu-rays and all my
Okay.
steel books I got rid of a lot of my steel books that I had doubles of, all went to him. So that's how I keep my collection kind of under control.
Yeah, that's good. That's a really good way of doing it.
Yeah, I just love watching movies. I mean, it's this world's kind of crappy sometimes, and you can
Mhm.
just escape for a couple hours,
Right.
watch a movie. That's what I say. Um, so that's it for me, man. And can you promote anything you got coming up new? Are you gonna be on anybody's
Um,
channel?
Not that I'm aware of. I think this right here was my last one for a while.
Okay, well, again, well,
Yeah.
thank you for taking the time again. Remember, everybody, hit all his socials. Does great stuff. I have a couple links in the description, so hit those. And thanks for being here, guys.